This is B. Two Will Wilson, and I'm back with another video. First of all, I would like to say Happy Independence Day on Juneteenth to those of Texas who, of course, found out they were free in 1865. But the title of this video today is called The Hegelian Dialectic. I'm going to strive to have a little discussion about this because I just don't want us falling for things we shouldn't be falling for. There has been many Hegelian dialectic going all the way back to the French Revolutionary War, the British Colony War, the Civil War, World War II, World War I, Vietnam, Kennedy assassination, on and on. So I kind of want to have a discussion about the Hegelian dialectic. Now, some may be asking the question, what is the Hegelian dialectic? Well, that is problem, reaction, and solution. So people in power create problems, and they see or cause a reaction by the citizenry or people. And then they also have the solution to the problem. And I just want to understand that this is what we're dealing with. Whether it be Iran and Israel, whether it be Black Lives Matter, the undocumented immigrants, the LGBTQ, the feminists, all of these are Hegelian dialectics agendas, problem, crisis, reaction, and solution. And the person who caused the problem or instigated the problem is the person that also has a solution, which doesn't benefit you or me, but them. I want to discuss COVID-19 because that's one, for those that know me, I am still not letting that go. Because many people fell for that Hegelian dialectic, and which Anthony Fauci was pardoned. Now, if he didn't do anything wrong, why did President Joe Biden have to pardon him? But COVID-19 led to an era of what we're dealing with now. It made people very insecure. It made people very fearful. And the problem was, in part, patents, if you understand patents. Many of the pharmaceutical studies of patents were getting to expire. So they came up with an idea to create a coronavirus, which is HIV for the lungs. If you don't understand the history of HIV, it would attack your whole body, and eventually you would catch pneumonia in your lungs and you would die. But COVID was a strain of a virus that was like it had some kind of a HIV variant in it, added to it, and it attacks your lungs. So whether your body didn't get sick, but your lungs would, get in, you get a pneumonia and you die. So the problem was in the patents, right? So they came up with COVID-19, which created a what? A reaction, or and then the solution was the vaccines, which didn't work. But that led to an era of what we're dealing with now would be Ukraine, and Russia, Black Lives Matter, which was a COINTELPRO, unbeknownst to the masses. It led to many things happening that we're currently dealing with. It led to people getting sick and dying or being murdered under the guise of COVID-19. And we have been dealing with these agendas for a while. Currently we had to deal with the immigration Hegelian dialectic. Open borders, right? And I guess the problem was being no jobs, right? Americans don't want to do these jobs. So and the reaction was, oh, what are we going to do? The solution was open borders, let them see your country, give them all these jobs. We had another one with the LGBTQ community. Problem is, my son want to be a woman, or my daughter want to be a man. We asked this, what we gonna do, right? So they come up with these laws and these blockers, drugs, right, to solve the problem. And they make all this money and they confuse our children and cause a problem for our society. And you can say same to women, the feminist movement. What's the problem? Women don't have the same rights as men. And once we asked that, oh my God, what we gonna do, right? So we come up with all these laws and things that help these women. And the truth is, the women are doing very well in most of these realities. Women, the European woman is second to the European man, so I don't understand the feminist movement. But it's meant to cause problems. And while we're distracted, then they're plotting this thing with, whether it be Ukraine, also right now it was Hamas with the Palestinians, and now Israel with Iran. So these are all things that's been planned years in advance, are being carried out of a biblical proportion. And I just want you guys to understand the Hegelian dialectic, because I made a video about them, these people attacking this country, and I said at the time they were probably going to use Russia, say Russia or China did it. But understand, under the Hegelian dialectic, like September 11, we know who did September 11, and it wasn't Saddam, it wasn't Bin Laden. But they got blamed for it, right? Problem, created or attacked September 11, right? The reaction was, oh my God, we got hit, what we gonna do? The solution was, let's go take out Saddam Hussein. Just by chance, we're trying to get out the petrodollar by selling more oil. And you can say the same for Muammar Gaddafi under Obama. So they create a problem that they have a solution to, which doesn't help you, but definitely help them. So we're dealing with this dialectic. And let's be honest, the end of it is the reign of the Antichrist, because that part we don't discuss, but it is part of the Hegelian dialectic, is that in the end, while we're fighting all these different events, from LGBTQ issues, from feminists, from fake Black Lives Matter, which co-term pro, the Hamas, Israel, or Iran, or Israel, or Syria, Israel, right? They are playing the end of the world as pertaining to the current government system. And the goal is to have this son of perdition reign and rule it all. And these Hegelian dialectics are distractions which get you to that, unbeknownst to you. So I just want to understand what we are dealing with. It's very important that we pay attention. I can say one thing. This is why it's so important not to turn your back on Jesus, because Jesus is going to tell you what they're doing. In the in the Gospels, it's Pilate put on Jesus' tomb, on his cross, Jesus, King of the Jews. Now, why is this so important? Because now the synagogue of Satan run most of this stuff. But the King of the Jews know what the Jews are doing. Okay, so let's understand, Jesus knows the plan and plot and scheme. Jesus knows that they're the scrolls. Scrolls are these Marvel characters in which they go all around the world, infiltrate everybody's community with the goal of taking it over. And this is the plan. And I do believe the Antichrist is going to be of the synagogue of Satan descent. So he's going to be a person professing to be an Israelite, but he will be a man who will be worshipped. Now, somebody say, well, Trump seems like he could be that guy. It's possible he may be. But the question is, somebody said, well, he has a wife. Okay, he has a wife. But the word said he would not desire a woman. The word didn't say he wouldn't have one. Because you got to deal with Satan as a deceiver. In the book of Daniel, it speaks of this man as being a flatterer and a deceiver. So understand flattery and deception. You're going to talk good, what you want to hear, and on your back you plot. Okay? So we got to be understanding what we're dealing with. And the Hegelian dialectic plays into that. Understand that our role is to pray. Watch and pray. That ain't changing nothing. I think I made a video about rejoice not, watch and pray. As we see all these things unfolding, it is important that we watch and pray. If you're not born again, okay, if you're watching my videos, you have no excuse, okay? Being baptized in Jesus' name, and receiving the Holy Ghost, speaking in tongues as God gives utterance is a mandate. And learning how to be righteous, walking in love is very important, because in this Hegelian dialectic, they promote division. They promote division. They really do. So they need you to be divided to the point where you want to kill each other. And that's where we're heading. We're heading to a place where people don't have tolerance for anything. I heard somebody say recently that they want Iran right off the face of the map. I said, that's not how we're talking. I am praying for the people of Iran, the people of China, people of Russia, the people, the Palestinians. I'm praying for the children of Israel. I'm praying for the African Americans in the United States. I'm praying for various people around the world. And I'm not wishing anybody to be wiped off the face of the map. That is not what I should be doing. That's not what you should be doing. You should not be playing to these agendas to the point where you're saying, let's wipe somebody off the map. Because common sense would say, what if they wipe you off the map? So you think about wiping somebody else off the map, they think about wiping you off the map too. So keep in mind, so we know it's the wrong attitude to have. Don't let anybody tell you Iran is that bad. This country has done a lot of things to a lot of people within this country and out of this country. So there's no country that has monopoly on being evil. Okay? A lot of people in Russia can speak the same about the Russian leadership. People in Israel can speak the same about the Israel leadership. Every country has their bad and their good. But it's not up to me to wish somebody off the planet because of these Hegelian dialectics, which leads to overthrow of a country. And I understand the Bible speaks of something that's happening. I get that. But I think how they're doing it is wrong. You don't have to use deception to deceive me. And you don't have to do the Hegelian dialectic to deceive me. I don't need to be tricked by you plotting and scheming, like me plotting against my wife, and so I can divorce her. So I plot some plan or try and trap her with some man, and she fall for it, and then now I get my divorce. I want. That's not right. I should not be plotting to entrap my wife. I should be doing that. But this is what they do. They plot and scheme and create a problem and watch your reaction, and they come and by miracle they have a solution. So be careful, people. Please be careful, saints. Do not fall for the COVID-19. I'm not saying they're going to do it again, but they could nuke the country. And they might say Russia, China, and I'm going to also add on this one, Iran. Would they do it? Yes, they would. Yes, they would. People are evil. The words say evildoers and there are evil in high places. Now this is talking about the church, but definitely also in the world. And they have no problem killing you and your children for their agenda. Oh my God. So we have to pray for them. Pray for your enemy. I'm not just praying for Iran. I'm praying for Trump, who's my enemy. I'm praying for Obama, who's my enemy. I'm praying for Biden, who's my enemy. Of course, he has cancer, but I'm praying for him. And they all are my enemy. Kamala's my enemy. The Congress is my enemy. The Senate is my enemy. But I'm praying for them. And that's love. That's what Jesus is about, love. Yes, they have done some evil things. They promote evil stuff. They all on the take. They all for the bribe. But I'm praying for them. And they all, to a certain degree, participate or encourage or allow the Hegelian dialectic on the citizens of, in this case, the United States, sometimes even the world. COVID was a world dialectic. And no one went to jail. And people got away with murder. So with that being said, thank you for watching this video.